Wyoming's Freedom Caucus slams the governor for saying Wyoming needs to be carbon negative. A University of Wyoming student dresses up like an eagle to protest the proposed Rocky Mountain power rate increase. And a grizzly helps himself to a snack in a posh hotel. We'll take a look at these stories and more today from Wyoming's largest news organization. I'm Wendy Kaur for Cowboy State Daily. Governor Mark Gordon is under fire from the Wyoming Freedom Caucus for comments he made about the state's energy goals during a visit to Harvard University earlier this week. Political reporter Leo Wolfson says during his talk at the East Coast School, Gordon said Wyoming needs to urgently address climate change by going carbon negative.
The Freedom Caucus took offense to these comments and basically said that the governor does not speak for the state of Wyoming.
Representative John Baer of Gillette, a member of Wyoming's Freedom Caucus, told Cowboy State Daily that Gordon's comments are embarrassing for a state that depends so heavily on its legacy fossil fuel industries, and that investing in alternative energy directly hurts Wyoming's fossil fuels economy and its ability to compete with China. If the Wyoming Public Service Commission approves a 30% electricity rate increase for Rocky Mountain Power, University of Wyoming student Maggie Iman wonders whether she and her classmates will even be able to afford to eat ramen noodles. But Cowboy State Daily's Renee Jean reports that Iman didn't show up to Thursday's Public Service Commission meeting just to raise awareness of the plight of poor college students. Dressed in an eagle costume, Iman, a California native, also spoke to the fate of birds that are the victims of the expansion of wind farms.
She said that California put up so many windmills so quickly, and they just decimated their bird population, so much so that the state recorded bird songs so that residents could listen to the birds again. And she's worried that that'll happen here in Wyoming.
An unknown animal attacker captured or trapped a Cheyenne couple's cat last week, riddled it with 19 airsoft pellets, and left it to bleed and cry more than 2 miles from home. Janice Lee, the cat's owner, told Cowboy State Daily's Claire McFarland that she doesn't want whoever tortured her cat nearly to death to get away with the terrible crime.
The concentration of pellets on the cat's face strongly suggests that the cat was trapped or caged somehow. And so the woman has been raising alarms that there is a possible torture fixation going on. And she is hoping that the community, if anyone knows something, will come together and expose this person and get him or her the help that is needed.
A veterinarian told Lee that it would be unsafe to take the pellets out of Walter's body. He'll live out the rest of his life with the ammunition still inside of him. I'll be back with more news right after this.
At Hilltop Bank, we understand that buying a home is a big decision. That's why we're here to be your trusted partner on the path to home ownership. Our experienced mortgage team will guide you every step of the way, from pre-approval to closing. We offer competitive rates and a wide variety of home loan options to best suit your needs. With our local knowledge and personalized service, you'll feel confident and comfortable throughout the entire home buying process. Contact us today to start your journey toward home ownership. Hilltop Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Oregon's Board of Education decided the state's high school students won't have to prove basic mastery of reading, writing, or math to graduate from high school until at least 2029. Cowboy State Daily's Claire McFarland spoke with two top education officials in Wyoming who say Oregon's decision moves that state backward with public education.
Megan Dagenfelder, Wyoming's superintendent of public instruction, and David Northrup, a representative who co-chairs the education committee, both said, if you set high expectations, generally students and teachers will rise to those. And so they characterized it as setting students up for failure.
Degenfelder said states moving away from a merit system and watering down accountability weakens the whole nation, along with the very students they claim to be helping. And a bear attack is a bear attack, no matter how minor. And what happened at the glitzy St. Regis Aspen Resort in Colorado on Monday qualifies. Late in the evening, employees thought they spotted a bear inside the kitchen at the hotel. Cowboy State Daily's Jimmy Orr reports that instead of calling law enforcement, higher-ups at the posh resort just told the security guard to take care of it.
The bear came up to him. The guy freaked out, jumped back about 10 feet. The bear didn't care. The bear looked at the guy and then nonchalantly just walked out of the hotel. The security guard was injured, barely, pardon the pun. He had a couple scratches on his back, but that's enough to classify it as a bear attack.
No guests were at the hotel as it's under a renovation, but because it was technically an attack, the bear had to be hunted down and eliminated. And that's today's news. Get your free digital subscription to Wyoming's only statewide newspaper by hitting the subscribe button on CowboyStateDaily.com. I'm Wendy Kaur for Cowboy State Daily.